Hello. Today we're going to be looking at a compare and contrast of two famous works of art. One work is The Gift by Man Ray, and the second work is Bicycle Wheel by Marcel Duchamp. Both these works are from the Dada movement, so let's see how they are alike and different. So to start out with some differences, The Gift was made in 1921, while Bicycle Wheel was made in 1913. Therefore, Bicycle Wheel came 8 years earlier and is newer to was older to the Dada movement. We see the materials are also different between the pieces. The Gift is made of iron and tacks. Meanwhile, Bicycle Wheel is made up of a bicycle wheel and a stool. The names of these pieces are also different. The name Gift came from the purpose of Man Ray's piece, which was to be given to an art curator. Meanwhile, Bicycle Wheel is named after one of the main components in the piece, that is, the wheel. We also see some interesting differences and similarities in the materials used. So in both pieces, materials were used that have opposing purposes. However, the purposes of each material were different. In Bicycle Wheel, one material was used for sitting and the other for moving. However, in The Gift, one material is used for poking and the other one is used for smoothing. Some other similarities between the works is both are ready-mades, which means the artist took mass-produced objects and made them into art. They're both from the Dada movement, as we said earlier. Both also only have two components, making them very simple, and are not very aesthetically pleasing. Both also happen to attach one object to the smooth surface of the other object. In The Gift, tacks are attached to the smoothness of the iron face, and in Bicycle Wheel, the bicycle wheel spoke is attached to the flat top of the stool. We also see some differences in the elements and in the principles of art. So as far as the elements and principles of art, both use elements of texture and shape. However, while Man Ray's Gift uses a combination of smooth and rough textures, Bicycle Wheel uses primarily smooth texture, as the stool itself and its legs, as well as the wheel itself, are relatively smooth. As far as shape, though both pieces use a shape, The Gift uses primarily organic shapes. The shapes of the tacks as well as the iron are not normal geometric shapes. However, in Bicycle Wheel, many of the shapes used are geometric shapes, such as the circular flat top and the circular wheel. As far as the principles of art, both use the principle of contrast in their pieces, but this contrast comes from the purposes behind the materials used. We also see how both pieces use balance, but they use balance in two different ways. In The Gift, balance is used symmetrically. It's a vertical symmetry, as the tacks are aligned in the very center of the iron. However, in Bicycle Wheel, though balance is used, it's an imperfect symmetrical balance, because we can see that the wheel is a little bit tilted above the stool. We also can see additional principles, such as the principle of emphasis and subordination, in the Bicycle Wheel, because we notice the wheel before we notice the stool because of its odd placement, its odd positioning. It's not on the ground. Meanwhile, we see the principle of repetition in The Gift, which we don't see in the Bicycle Wheel, through the line of tacks that are organized in the center of the iron. A couple other similarities are that both indicate an inefficiency or uselessness. It's useless to have an object for movement on a sedentary object, just like it's useless to have an object meant for smoothing with objects that poke things. One other really big similarity is that both challenge the definition of what art is through the Dada movement. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.